Michael Jordan is definitely not the man you think he is. Addictions, bullying teammates, even ending a man's NBA career. Here are 10 things you didn't know about Michael Jordan. And first up, the time he sued a grocery store for $8.9 million over some coupons. See, what had happened was a local grocery store in Chicago decided to run a $2 discount for some steaks in honor of MJ being inducted into the Hall of Fame. But MJ decided to slap him with a lawsuit instead, just for using his name. See, this is why LeBron the GOAT. My man would have never done some petty shit like that. Now, Michael Jordan has 5 children, but you would not believe what his oldest son did. Last year, Jeffrey Jordan found himself in jail. He was arrested after an incident at a bar in Scottsdale, Arizona. On top of that, Jeffrey found himself in the hospital later this same night after falling and hitting his head against a table. It was at the hospital that things started getting really wild. Jeffrey got up and started attacking him. He was arrested for aggravated assault of a healthcare professional, but formal charges were never filed. I guess that's just one of the many perks of being Michael Jordan's son. Back in the 90s, Jordan went golfing with President Bill Clinton. Now, you would think that when you're chilling with the president, you'd be on your best behavior. But this wasn't the case with Jordan. He first started with some friendly banter, but things slowly started escalating. As things got more serious, Jordan tried to gamble on the game and place some bets. But apparently President Clinton wasn't having it. It sounds like Jordan really wasn't able to tone down that competitive nature of his. See, Michael Jordan was known for his extremely competitive nature. Unfortunately for MJ, nothing brought out his competitive spirit more than some good old gambling. Many people who knew Jordan personally would go as far as to say that he had a gambling problem. Former NBA player Antoine Walker revealed that Michael went on a 36-hour gambling spree and nearly lost $1 million. This wasn't the only time MJ nearly lost 7 figures gambling. Michael went golfing with Richard Esquinas, and after 10 days, Jordan owed him over $1.3 million.
Michael Jordan owed him more than $1.2 million, a result of gambling on their golf matches.
Unfortunately for Richard, he only ended up receiving $1 million out of that. The craziness doesn't stop there, though. Oh no! Michael loved to gamble so much, he once bet $100K on a game of rock, paper, scissors. I don't care how much money you have, that is just downright crazy. We all know Michael Jordan was a super competitive guy, but Bill Cartwright saw the worst side of MJ. During the Bulls' practices for the upcoming '89 season, Bill often found himself on the wrong end of Jordan's comments. MJ used to fuck around with him and throw fast interior passes, knowing that Bill would drop them. MJ even went as far as calling Bill nicknames such as Medical Bill. Come on, MJ, you can do better than that. Now imagine this. You're outside a party and you see your childhood idol. Well, when the rapper Chamillionaire asked MJ for a pic at a charity auctions after party, he was left speechless, as his hero responded with, "I ain't taking no pictures with no." But then, it got even worse. MJ turned back around and offered to take a photo if Chamillionaire paid him 15 racks. Everyone has bad days, but this definitely wasn't a good look for the NBA legend. I guess this is why they say never meet your heroes. See, Michael was known for being a tough teammate to deal with. He had allegedly bullied and even physically assaulted some of his former teammates. But this one NBA legend wasn't gonna take any shit from Jordan. Former Celtics star Robert Parrish signed with the Chicago Bulls in his final season to win a championship. But it wasn't a breeze by any means. At one point, Jordan threatened to beat up Parrish. But Parrish, being much bigger and stronger, stood his ground and basically told MJ to But this next teammate wasn't able to stand up to MJ. Back in '95, during a training camp, Jordan had to be physically restrained by his teammates after he punched Steve Kerr in the face. See, what had happened was, apparently Kerr started trash-talking Jordan. Bad idea, because we know MJ ain't letting that slide. He rocked Steve Kerr so hard in the face that it gave him a black eye. No worries though, there weren't any hard feelings here. They even went on to three-peat in 1996. Michael Jordan has done some questionable things during his career, but not all of them are on the court. During his college basketball career over at North Carolina, he visited the home of his fellow teammate Buzz Peterson for a casual game of cards with his mother. But when the elderly woman got up to use the bathroom, Jordan was caught cheating to win the game. The best part? There wasn't even any money on the line. The future GOAT could simply not take an L, even in a friendly game of cards. Now, what MJ did next destroyed this man's career. Muggsy Bogues, famously known as the shortest man to ever play in the NBA. Measuring in at just 5'3", he certainly was an anomaly in the league. However, he found his place and averaged about 10 points a game. But that all changed when he faced the Bulls in the 1995 playoffs. The score was 85-84 for the Bulls. The series was on the line, and Bogues had the ball in his hands. Who was his defender? Well, you guessed it, Michael Jordan himself. Jordan backed up off of him and yelled out, "Shoot it, you f***ing midget!" Bogues did in fact shoot it, and missed horribly, which marked the downturn of his career. Bogues retired a few short years later, his average points per game having fallen to nearly half of what it was before the incident. Even though MJ did a great deal for the league, he definitely had some questionable moments. Well, that's it for this video, boys. But click that video down there, man. What you doing? You know you ain't got nothing else to do.